Hello, hello, everyone. You are now tuning into another episode of Lifing with Lolo, and I'm your host, Lonsdaleite. Yeah, this is a little name that I just coined recently, and so I'm going by Lonsdaleite. I also go by Lolo and my given name Lenore, but I'm just trying out this new thing called calling myself Lonsdaleite. So yeah, in the opening there, we had a nice number by Celia Cruz, and she is like now my next favorite, new favorite artist. I'm like in love with this woman. She is just absolutely fascinating and just so inspiring. You know, she is like revered in like Cuban culture. She is like the Bob Marley of like Cuba. You know, she is like she has like so many albums. Like same with Santana. Like Santana has like myriads of albums, and same with Celia Cruz. She has so many albums, and her career lasted and spanned several decades. But anyway, I got introduced to her as I was in Miami recently, a couple weeks ago. And while I was there, I visited Little Havana as well as Little Haiti. But while I was in Little Havana, you know, they have so many monuments and, what's the word? Murals dedicated to Celia Cruz. And so I just wanted to educate myself, and I just did some, research on her, and she's just a fascinating woman, Afro-Latina. And so just kind of getting acquainted with, I think I have Cuban roots. I've heard that we do in my family, actually, that we do have some Cuban roots. On my dad's side, at least. Just trying to get myself familiar with that side of the Caribbean, as well. So, yeah, that was just the outset that we had some beautiful music by Celia Cruz. So going along with some of these visuals, here we have one breakfast that I had sometime this week. This is kind of what I usually like to eat for breakfast. Something complete like this. I've got, I think it was 2 fried eggs, some bacon, and 1 avocado, and some spinach and tomatoes. So I've got a little bit of every food group here. I've got my fats, I've got my proteins, I've got my carbs, and yeah, that's exactly what you kind of need for every meal. I'm finding that I snack less when I'm eating foods like this, like a complete meal. Then I find that it just curbs some of the cravings that I might have throughout the day, because I'm literally getting every nutrient that I need. I'm hitting every food group that I need to nourish my body. So this is kind of what I had for breakfast. So moving along with the visuals, getting myself acquainted and ready for the day, I put on these earrings. They are from a vendor or artisan, I would say, called La Chic Miami. And I bought these while I was, of course, in Miami Beach. I went to Little Havana, and I picked up these earrings there, and I just thought they were so cute. You know, I'm so much into kitschy stuff, and so I picked up these little lemon shaped earrings, and I decided to wear them sometime this week. So this is my outfit for the day, hashtag OOTD outfit of the day, and I am wearing a couple of things from, I must say that I do a Shein once in a while, and I must say that this hat is a Shein, and this was a really good piece because, I wore it while I was in Miami and New York and absolutely loved it. So many people are like, oh my gosh, where did you get that hat? It's just the hat that you need for this spring or the summer. It's just that kind of a hat. And I think every vacationer needs a hat like this, so this is the hat. I am wearing my kicks. I bought these at the store that I hit up often called Plato's Closet here in Scarborough. There's one just down the street from me, one of the Plato's Closet. It's a chain that you'll find here in, I guess, the Toronto GTA area anyway. And Plato's Closet is a place where you can find vintage and gently used items, and they are sold on consignment. So you can bring in your gently used items, and once you bring them in, you get a little bit of money, and then they resell it at a discounted price for the customers. So it's a great way to recycle things, and it's great for sustainability and all these kinds of amazing things and initiatives that I believe Canada would love to implement by 2030 at least. I think some of those goals are by 2030 anyway, and I'm really a fan of Plato's Closet. I would love to own one, actually, if that's possible sometime near in the future, but that's where I got my kicks. I believe that's also where I got the dress, to be honest. And yeah, I know that everything that I'm basically wearing was thrifted at one point. And so that's usually how I do shop for new clothes. Is usually it's thrifted. Once in a while I'll buy myself some new things, but I do really love to invest in really vintage, eclectic, curated pieces. So yeah. And continuing to move on with the visuals, here I have a really tasty drink that I love to get when I go to Cedar Brae Mall. And this particular day I had walked out there. I had either taken the bus, but I knew that I walked back from Cedar Brae Mall, and I picked up this really tasty drink. It's like a fruit smoothie from this place here, and I believe it's mango and pineapple, and it's actually fresh. So they make it fresh before you, in front of you, and fresh ingredients, real fruit. And so it was really tasty, and I really enjoyed it. This was really interesting. As I was walking back from Cedar Brae Mall, I was taking a look at some of the nature around me, as I usually do when I'm walking. And I took a look at the fruit off of this tree. And from what I understand, I had done a little bit of research while I was away abroad in the States, but this is called the chaka chaka tree. It was confirmed actually by, she's an in-law of mine, but she's a professor, full professor at UMiami, and she confirmed that this tree is called the chaka chaka tree. But while I was in Miami, they also have this chaka chaka tree there. In Miami. And so this species seems to be also here in Toronto. And so the chaka chaka tree is very interesting because the fruit that is that it bears, when you pick it up and you kind of shake it, the seeds inside of it get dried, and it shakes and it sounds like a maraca. So it has a nice kind of sound. That's where we get the chaka chaka sound from as well. So kind of cool. And lastly, I had the privilege and the honor of attending a town hall meeting visit with our MP, Member of Parliament, Michael Couteau. And so here I am it was Global Kingdom Ministries here in Scarborough. And so he was having a town hall meeting, and I had a chance to participate in some of the discussions concerning what's going on in Toronto and in our particular riding as well. And so it was very cool. I got up there and I kind of asked some questions, made some comments, and he had a really cool format where instead of him just kind of asking him questions and answering, with the most format that most people use, he kind of tried a little different, and it was a bit of an experiment, and it was more about what do you think should be done. He was asking us those questions and asking us what our input and what our feedback or what our comments or suggestions were. So he really just wanted to hear from the community, and it was a really great opportunity for us to share what was on our hearts, our concerns about what the future of Canada looks like. And he said he would take all of what we shared and take that to the Prime Minister Mark Carney. And so we had a great time. There was nice food and refreshments and things like that. And we had a chance to really speak with Michael Couteau and get to know our community members as well. So really awesome time. Really appreciated that he really valued our feedback and what we had to say. And I really hope that Prime Minister Carney will take a look at some of the things that really concerns the everyday citizen. Well, that is all, folks. Just wanted to take you through this particular week and what I was up to. And so I'll continue doing some more of these short little photo essays for you to see how I occupy my time throughout the week and things like that. So stay tuned for some more details on how you can get involved with Lifing with Lolo. Take care. See you soon. Bye.